Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Q Stream Vibes. I think you can hear me now. Welcome to my bedroom feels for today.
Oof.
Here with the boys. Patty in the kitchen, Maddie with the handlebars. You guys have to see this. This is amazing. Oh my goodness.
It's growing.
Mate. That's so fast. Like that is untouched from day one, isn't it, Maddie? Now you're on mute.
You're on mute, mate.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I shaved like basically this clean on day one. So yeah, this has been growing since then. Actually, this has been growing for a couple of days longer because this, I think I accidentally shaved a couple of days into it.
But it's gone a little bit. You've got further down here too, haven't you? Handlebars don't go further down there, do they?
I have no idea, actually. I've never done this before, so this is the first time for me. I'm hoping that the House of Barbard, the gentleman at the House of Barbard, will be able to make it right. Because I just did this yesterday, and it's I didn't do the best job of it, as you can see. Like this looks all like crooked and shit here. But
and have you been using the power of that to spark these conversations? Have people been
I know. I should be. Yeah. So I've had a couple of conversations about it today when people are like pissing themselves laughing at me. But yeah.
great. Patty's is coming through too. It's getting a lot darker and
Oh, that's
dirty,
not
like
too
a
bad.
stain.
Yeah, it's not too bad
you
at
clean
all.
up the rest, we start to really see it.
Yeah, I had to cut mine like just on the top of my lip because it was starting to get annoying. Like it was starting to
Stabbing into
tickle.
the tip here.
Yeah, it's starting to tickle the top of my lip, so I had to
Oh, I hate
get in
that
there
so
nice and
much.
close.
I hate that so
Yeah,
much.
it's so
You know, the
annoying.
other
So like,
yeah.
go.
I was going to say, like, the other thing that I found really, really frustrating is when your nose hairs like touch a little bit of it here,
Yeah,
it's like you constantly have to do this, do these ones. And I think it's not so much that I've got like long nose hairs or whatever, but my mustache hairs don't grow like down; they grow
It's going on
like
this
out,
way.
like everywhere, all over the place. So yeah,
That's why yesterday I kept doing I keep doing this like just to kind of
Become the
put it
old man,
towards the
man.
side. Yeah,
Becoming the old
and
man.
so I'm walking through the mall just browsing at items doing this. I look so seedy. Like imagine me going to H&M and just going like this with one of my hands behind my back and just
I could totally imagine that.
Far out, mate. Seedy as hell.
That is pretty.
So here we
seedy.
are,
I
ladies
like
and
it.
gentlemen. If you haven't donated, please donate to us. You can donate as little as $1. Scan the QR code there. We are growing and grooming our moustache. It has been 23 days in, doing it all of November for the Movember.com Foundation, raising awareness for men's health, such as prostate and testicular cancer and mental health. So
Don't let
Do
us
it.
look this ridiculous for nothing, please.
yes, do it, guys, do it. And we're gonna do a pick time lapse of from day one till the end. I'll show you guys that at the end of the 30 days, and we'll do a couple of nice, I guess, profile shots when it's nicely fully shaven with the mo, just to say that we did it and spark more conversation. I'm sure
I
I
people
think
are gonna
the before and after
Yeah.
would look really
that
cool.
would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I feel a little bit better now because at least when I was fully shaven, you couldn't really see my top lip anyway. Like it just made it look like it was really small, non-existent. But yeah, not too bad. So what's happening on your radar, boys? Matt, I saw you. Congrats, you made the news with your voluntary work recently, which is nice.
Yeah,
to
that's
see.
right. So I got interviewed by I think Tan Tien is how you say the name of the newspaper. So yeah, all in Vietnamese language. But yeah, basically they interviewed me and a couple of other guys who also did a bunch of volunteering during the like hard lockdown. And yeah, they put in some information and happy days.
Good. There's a nice photo of you
Congrats,
there with
man.
all
That was really good too.
The
all the
cabbages,
greens. Yeah, all the cabbages, all the greens.
handfuls of cabbages.
Handfuls of cabbages.
Mm.
And Full Quoc was good. Great trip.
Phuoc was really good. Had a couple of like nice sunsets and a couple of nice sunrises. The weather was very variable. Like it rained quite a few times, but my friends and I somehow managed to avoid getting soaked in the rain. A couple of times having to stop, sort of doing what we were doing or heading where we were heading to stop in like a cafe and wait until it stopped. But Phuoc's pretty much open. I think like the night markets and stuff, like they weren't. I didn't see them being open. In fact, even the daytime markets, I didn't really see being open. But like most restaurants are open, most shops are open, all hotels are open, with varying levels of requirements in terms of whether you have to prove that you've been vaccinated and whether you need a test. For the flight, we were required to get the quick test. And the tram ite, I think is how you
Before or
pronounce it.
after?
Before. So the tram ite in Dachau was able to help us out with that basically on the spot for 80K. So it was very, very fast, very cheap, very easy. And then when we got to the airport, we actually weren't asked to show that at all, surprisingly. However, we did need to check in on do the health declaration on the PC COVID app. Both there and back. So we had to do that. And then it was just basically travel as per normal. Yeah. So if you're willing to take the risk of things potentially locking down, I would say now's a really nice time to travel, because everywhere is like there's not a lot of people anywhere. There's not like big crowds anywhere, including at the airport, including at like most of the hotels that we saw. Like we were one of the only people there, like barely anyone. Hotels look like they're maybe at like 20% capacity, if that, like maybe 10%. Huge stretches of like really nice beaches. You just have it all to yourself. So Fukuoka, good destination, good to go, guys.
Nice one.
Nice. Jelly.
What should people expect when they get there? But it's good to know that most of the like little restaurant parts are open. It's a shame the night markets aren't open, because that's probably one of the highlights of Fukuoka for all the time that I've been there.
I would say so. Yeah, I really enjoyed the night markets as well as like the seafood kind of market. Both of those, they're at they're a couple of blocks apart, but I really enjoy both of those. So they're both not open yet. But certainly, if you want to spend any time at like beaches, and like Starfish Beach is really cool, so I'd recommend that.
Starfish. We know a few starfishes in our lifetime, don't we?
We do a couple, unfortunately.
One for every star. Nice one. All right, that sounds like a good spot. Da Nang. I had a couple of friends said they went to Da Nang. Said,
how did they enjoy that?
Pretty much same thing. Like Hoi An, you can still walk through the walking street. It's almost like it was when we had what's the directive below a couple below 15 or something like that, about that level.
Directive 12.
Something like that, yeah. Like they still had a few things on, but people were still wearing masks outside, that sort of stuff. But there were small restaurants that were eating in limited tables, kind of thing. But bars kind of loungy / restaurants are open. So yeah, looks like a good time to go, I guess.
Nice,
Paddy,
definitely.
Your radar, Paddy, what's up?
Nothing much. Same old.
Latest in NFT, Bitcoin. You bought anything?
Not so much buying anything, more so much just topping up.
Topping up.
Not financial advice. Recent buys have been in the metaverse, also in the gaming sector. So that's kind of what's going on at the moment in the crypto side. NFTs, there was a $3 million ape that sold 24 hours ago.
Ape.
Yes, a bored ape.
Like
just under $3 million.
What kind? Like a pixelated ape, a kind of a drawing?
No,
of an
it's just a standard ape. Yeah, it's it's the most hype project right now, which is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So yeah, I think he spent how much? $2.9 million. I think it was like, I can't remember how many ETH it was, like 600 ETH or something.
Jesus, man, crazy.
Yeah,
that's what we need to learn. We need to learn how to hype. Is it worth learning to play any of these play to win games? Like, should I download and play the game?
There are some good ones there. And what's coming up big right now actually is the casino sort of gambling crypto tokens that's coming out. There's not a lot of them out yet, but there are a few that's starting to
so gambling with virtual money
to pop up. Yeah.
Let's have a slap, boys. 28 black. 28 black on the roulette table. That's where it's at.
Green zero.
Green zero. Double zero if you want to do Vegas styles.
So, I was going to ask Maddie about the Google Pixel 6.
Ooh. Yes.
So was there like like, you know how iPhone's got the iPhone 13 Pro and then the Pro Max and stuff like that. The Pixel has levels of that too, right? Like Pixel 6.
So it's the standard Pixel, Pixel 6, and then there's the Pixel 6 Pro as well, which is slightly larger. And I think there was maybe another small difference. Like it wasn't just the size. I think there was maybe maybe it was just the size. But yeah, so there's two versions. Yeah.
So there's this. I'm going to put this article up because I came across it and I thought maybe Maddie might know more about it than I do.
What'd you
But
find?
this is let's share that up. So Google Pixel 6a renders these real 6-like design. The
Yeah.
Google Pixel 6a is reportedly in the works. So is this like an even more powerful phone or something than what they've
No.
released?
So the A series are slightly cheaper versions, usually made of like the rear panels are usually made of plastic instead of glass.
Okay.
And then usually they're missing like a camera or like another small feature, but they're significantly cheaper. So this is actually the 6A is actually the one that I'm waiting for, because you know I usually drop my phones about, I don't know, once every 6 months or thereabouts, like obviously accidentally, but I would prefer a phone that's cheaper. I'm totally cool with having a plastic back because like my phones are always in a case, but like the internal hardware is pretty much identical. I do wish that it had the same camera system, but it's probably a pretty small sacrifice to make in comparison to the price difference, because the price difference is significant. You know, it's a big, like we're talking, you know, $300-400 price difference.
And it's so it's a slightly smaller phone, like more of a compact phone, if you will.
I believe
It says
with
here, like,
the
he's would be noticed he's more compact than the regular Pixel 6, which is measured. There's the rest of the spreadsheet. It's still a pretty decent camera, 50 meg.
For me, yeah. So the camera system is probably going to be the same. The software is exactly the same. I'm a big fan of like the smaller form factor phones. I really can't stand like the big heavy things that you know, I just don't like them. I really struggle with getting my thumb, like if I'm using it one handed, I thought you'd like this, Patty. If I'm using it one handed, I struggle to get my thumb to the opposite corner of the phone. So, yeah, I prefer the smaller form factor and the cheaper versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
Look what AT said to you.
What did he say?
Don't go cheap, bro. Go quality.
Well,
That is quality.
It is quality.
It is actually quality.
It's
not quality, but
quality doesn't mean iPhone.
There's also practicality. Like Matt doesn't. Like to me, I don't feel that I really need to have a glass back for my phones anyway, because like it sounds cool, but like
it just adds extra weight and it makes it more fragile.
But it's also something I probably won't really appreciate in general. You know, back is back.
Yeah. So one of the other significant differences between the Pro and the normal one is the 120 hertz screen. So it's like a higher refresh rate, which makes like motion and like for example, if you're scrolling or like minimizing and maximizing windows, it makes that a little smoother. But it also takes up a lot more battery. So the bigger ones also require a bigger battery to get the same battery life, because of that higher refresh screen, and then also like that makes it bigger and heavier. So same deal.
Yeah,
that's cool. So while we're on the topic of that, I want to show you the competition.
What Oppo?
And yeah, well, actually, not even in a phone, but I guess it's sort of Apple's first foldable device, proper foldable, because you know obviously Samsung came out with their foldable. Have you had a chance to look at Samsung's foldable, Samsung Fold or something?
I personally want to stay as far away as I can from folding phones. It's just an extra gimmick that I don't need, and like obviously like the chances of things going wrong, and then like the cost of fixing those things is
like the hinge and everything.
All of that. Plus like the screen itself, like there's a lot of problems with folding screens that like, you know, like they burn in like the middle of the screen where you're folding it, and just too many problems you just don't need.
Well, that's probably why Apple waited so long to see all the mistakes from everyone else. But anyway, it says Apple patents foldable device that can double as a notebook-like product. So if you go down here, it says, when unfolded, the screens sit side by side, creating a large panel or potentially allowing a laptop-style experience with one screen popped up. I mean,
so the thing with this is, like, if Apple makes it, it's probably going to be like pretty decent hardware-wise. But I think, like, for me, I kind of think if I'm using a larger device like that, that's something that's going to be larger and heavier, then I want like a proper keyboard that runs like a proper operating system, not a mobile operating system. So this is why, like, for my hardware needs, like I just have like a normal Android phone, which is the Pixel, and then I have a laptop which runs Windows, and I don't have the thing in between, which is kind of like a
iPad.
Like an iPad, for example, or like a budget laptop that runs like the Android operating system, or iOS, or sorry, iPad OS, which is like an iPad essentially. So I feel like for me, I don't need that thing in between. I'm quite happy with those two devices, which is the phone size thing and then the laptop size thing, which runs a proper operating system.
That's the same as me as well, Matty. I only like my mobile phone and just my laptop. I used to have an iPad, but then when I bought into it, I was like, I don't need it, because I'm always either on my phone or my laptop. Like my iPad is cool for like watching stuff, but then I was like, I don't really need it. So
yeah. I mean, there's almost like no situation sorry, I was just going to finish that off with, like, there's only like one situation that I can think of that like having like a tablet would be more useful for, and that's like watching movies on a plane, where you've got like a significantly longer battery life on something like an iPad compared to a laptop. But these days, that's not even true, especially if you look at like some of the newer Ultrabooks. Like, for example, the M1 range from Apple is just the battery life is insanely good. So yeah.
Well, boys, question: which would you choose? Better camera, video, or more screen size, or a lighter phone?
camera.
Are we
video.
only allowed to choose one, or what? If we only choose one, then better camera, I guess. Better camera.
By
video.
by far. It's not even a comparison.
Yeah.
This reminds me of AT's comparison with Lotte's Squid Burger versus a steak.
Oh my god! So we have to tell the story. So we went to try the Squid Burger at Lotteria, and we only went to try it because of the Squid Game, trend that was catching on. So let's try it. So we went to eat it, and me and Pat thought it was not bad for a fast food squid burger. Like, you don't expect much from something that's going to be ready in 2 minutes, right? It was good barbecue sauce. It was sweet. It's got a little good, I guess, calamari prawn to it, and that was it. AT comes in, try it, tell us what you think, and you should be judging on what you think of that. And he goes, "Nah, man, I'd rather have a steak." I'm like, "Oh wow!" So that's what we're comparing it to, are we?
Yeah, he was like, well, he's like, if it came to it, what would you rather, a steak or this burger? And we were like, steak, of course.
and then like I had to troll him, because I was like, okay, so what would you rather have, a squid burger or some other burger? And then he said some other burger. And then I said, would you have a squid burger or just a biscuit? And then he goes, I'll have a squid burger. Far out, AT. Yes. So our magic show is back. Well, we're just back in rehearsals at this stage. So that's exciting news. Pat's going to be on board for doing some of the music and sound as well. So I'll let you know more details, Maddie. After today, I'm going rehearsal, so that's the reason for the earlier stream. So it's the show that I've told you guys about. Pat's seen it. It's a magic show, but we've packaged it with a local Vietnamese famous cultural story. So it's a little bit of a history lesson that is, I guess, being told through all schools here. I don't think any young kid would not know about this story. So that's the reason why we told that story, because it relates to, it's like, it's got a little analogy to the Vietnam floods. So every year we have the monsoon season, and with the flooding and everything. So I tell the story about these two gods who fight for this king's princess for her hand in marriage, and causes the storm every year, and that's why we get these floods in Vietnam. So that's the show. So, but it's different. It's different than your regular show. It's different than what you normally see me do, Maddie. in terms of performance. There's a bit of theatrics in it. There's music elements. There's narration. We even use a projector. We use some fire. You know, you get drinks as well. So yeah. So once that gets underway, I'll let you guys know, and you know, maybe it's a perfect first date, Paddy. Would you think?
It is.
It's a perfect
I reckon,
date spot.
because it's quite intimate. The space is not big. You get involved, especially for the show. Like it's a nice walkthrough, and it kind of breaks the ice for a good first date.
Can we have a 3-way first date, boys?
Yeah, definitely. Might as well put on a show for the show.
Yeah, might as well stream in the back. We're the extremists.
Mate, I'm streaming just thinking about it.
Stream it in me, boys.
Far out. We are official streamers, apparently. So, remove.
Yes, AT, get a date going over there, man.
Yeah, AT, how is your date these days? How's what's been happening with you, mate?
AT, if you're free, would you like to jump on, mate?
Would you jump on and share a little bit about your latest dates or your terrible baseball swing that I saw over the?
Yeah, fuck you. It's like you were playing cricket.
Terrible, mate. Terrible.
It's not cricket. You know why it made it terrible? It was that Queensland jersey.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was too tight. It was too tight.
He wasn't representing Queensland very well with that. So
no, that jersey was too tight.
What did he say? Waiting for you to intro me to a nice lady. Oh, so you want to try ladies now?
Ah.
Shit.
Must have been bored with him.
So yeah, Maddie, yesterday we covered that VinFast has officially launched both of their electric cars in America. They had the latest car show, so that was kind of cool. They had Super Blonde doing the little the little
oh god, I can't stand her.
I know. Patty was saying
so irritating.
She goes, "Hey guys, look, we've got," and then she keeps going down to the VinFast label because this is how you tell. See, this the V, that's VinFast.
I cringe every time.
Can we never mention her name again on this show?
Has she ever reached out to you, or has anyone ever asked her to come to Downshift?
No, I wouldn't want her to come to Downshift. Oh no, just no.
Cringe, man. Just cringe.
No, it's just no. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it.
Imagine having a face-off Maddie versus Super Blonde. Downshift versus Super Blonde.
Yeah, no, bro.
I said yesterday that, you know, good on her for achieving what she's achieved.
Yeah, look, full respect for that. Full respect for like you know, going for like the position of your dreams, for starting a YouTube channel, for being incredibly successful with it. Certainly from a business perspective, I you know, much respect. But yeah, I'm cool to not learn car things from her.
Definitely not.
So I think
if she chilled down, I think if she chilled down the way she presented, it would be less cringy.
But it would also be less interesting for the vast majority of the people that watch her shit. So that's you know, that's I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Then she'd be less successful at what she does.
But I don't think she knows how to do it any other way, because that's kind of just how she is. You know, she wears a hat and she'll be walking. The car's kind of in the distance. She goes, "Guys, look, this is the new Nissan concept car. Look at this. See these panels, these buttons, amazing. Wow,
guys,
cup holders.
It's got 4 wheels, and the wheels has 5 nuts.
Gotta love it."
So back to the VinFast thing, though. I mean, congratulations to VinFast for launching in America. I would still love to check one out in person, and if there's any opportunity for us to, like, you know, take it for a drive or whatever, like even as a group, I think that would be really cool. Look, even if we just go to the dealership and be like, "Hey, we need like half an hour alone with this car to like film it, check it out, maybe even take it for a test drive." If that's a possibility, I would love to do a video on it, because I I mean, I've heard sort of varying reports, but at the same time, it's like, I know a lot of people in Vietnam are actually purchasing these things, maybe out of a sense of patriotism, nationalism,
Yeah.
which is cool. I'm totally about that. But I haven't heard like amazing reviews about the appointments and the quality and the pricing. So, but I don't want to talk shit about it without seeing it myself.
Yep.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just
well.
joined us, Q-Stream Vibes, don't go away. We'll come back in 30 and check in with the latest news.
And they sound just like this. And they sound just. And they sound just.
Welcome back to Q-Stream Vibes here with the boys. Vietnam tourism recovery requires more action, experts say. This is in Gwen in front. It looks like where Sean was. He wasn't here, was he? With the gorilla? That's a different place. No, he's in High Phong.
He's in High Phong, yeah.
In High Phong, so. But Vietnam's tourism is slowly rebooting after months of hibernation, but more action is needed to ensure sustainable recovery. That's sort of, I guess that is the problem. How do you get people to come out to these attractions again?
I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think people are going to be like keen as, like excited to come out and or to go out and do things again once there is no to low risk of getting stuck in places. And I think people are going to be frothing to come out and do things.
I mean, they just have to accept that for the first part of the next several months is to still go through the new, I guess, checking protocols.
Yeah.
And then, then it becomes like the norm. And then obviously when things get better, then you start to reduce unnecessary things that you need to do. Like, I guess when we reach a certain percentage and things are handled, I guess we don't need to constantly test everyone, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was like yesterday how Patty brought up tourists that came through from overseas were, at Hoi An Resort.
Yeah, so I believe there's been a couple of plane loads or partial plane loads of tourists who have arrived for the first time in Vietnam for a couple of years now. I know there was a group of Koreans, like a group of Koreans who flew into Phu Quoc at the same time that I was there. And I believe in Hoi An, as you say, there was a smaller group. There was conflicting reports about how many people that was. I think there's still restrictions on them being able to go out and hang out wherever. I think they were all staying in the same resort and they were taken on group trips by either the resort or the organizer or an agent or whoever. But yeah, they weren't. I don't believe that they were allowed to just go around everywhere as they please.
Mm. But hey, when you're in a 5-star resort, it's still not bad.
Yeah, that's it. Well, if that's what you're looking for, then yeah.
I mean, I think some of them came for golf as well, because the Hoi An Sport's a really nice golf course, and some of them came for just that. So, and as we know, Da Nang is full of really, really nice golf courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's on that front. Have you guys been doing any workouts at all? Trying to keep fit?
Yep.
We need to get back into it.
I've been real slack on that.
I wonder if Sean brought his push-up pad thing with the variations.
He didn't. I had to send it to him. So yes, he's got it now.
He's got it now.
Far out. So man, the rain doesn't help. Every time we kind of plan to go shoot around, we end up doing something else, and then
it was pretty miserable outside.
Can we actually go shoot around?
Yeah.
Please?
Let's do. Let's see. What's your calendar like? maybe maybe after Thursday after our shave, get lunch, and then and if we're not,
Since we'll be together anyway, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's only a shoot around.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm.
Makes sense, not dollars. Eh. Yeah, so need to get some good cardio in. Just get the heart pumping again. The only exercise I'm doing is going up and down the stairs. That's the best that I'm doing at the moment.
I was sure you were going to say self-soothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, self-soothing. Fuck, thinking about it. Show us your mo, AT. So speaking on the health side and then working out and stuff, how much muscle mass should I have and how do I measure it? So I'm not sure if you guys know any a roundabout figure where I guess your height and desired weight should be in terms of muscle comparison. But there's a percentage chart here that gives you us a little bit of a roundabout figure. People often use the terms lean body mass and muscle mass interchangeably, but they're not the same. Lean body mass includes muscle mass, as well as bones and bodily fluids. Muscle mass is the size of your muscles, includes skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle.
Interesting.
So here's a percentage chart. Muscle mass percentage averages for men. So age, fuck, I gotta go all the way down to this bracket here.
Fuck.
In this bracket here, 36 to 55. Muscle mass percentage, 36 to 40. So we're in there, Paddy. You're
Have
in
you
there
guys
too,
measured?
man. No, not for a long time. I think when was my last was at City Gym on the machine. I don't know if I have that chart, but that would have been over a year ago now. A year ago, yeah, a year.
Yeah,
A year ago.
way over. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what mine would be because I haven't measured it for a long time.
What are you?
My
You're in
muscle-
this 36 to 55 as well?
Me? Yeah.
My muscle mass index is like 80%.
What's it
Your
supposed
bullshit
to be?
index is off the chart, bro.
80%, boys.
What? It's just all your penis, is it?
Yeah. when it's erect.
Erectile tissue.
Erect
The
mass index.
The love muscle. It's my favorite muscle.
What, the biggest vein in your body?
Drain the main vein.
Shaking hands with the unemployed.
That's so bad. Fuck. What was that joke? Do you remember that joke? It was like, it's not safe for work, but it's like the females was like a garage because the little kid saw his parents, went and showered with his parents, and first showered with his mum. His mum, what's that? And that's my garage, honey. And then later on, showers with his dad. He goes, "What's that? That's my motorcycle, son." And then at night the thing happens, and then the kid catches dad, parking in the garage, and he came home sick, and he parked in the garage, and he vomited.
Ugh. Should have saved that for the end, mate.
No, that's not safe for work. Save a different one. Did you hear our one from yesterday, Matty?
No, what was it?
Well, should I say the better one afterwards?
Yeah, say the better one.
Well, because we were talking about VinFast. We closed off with VinFast and electric cars. So the joke was, so I went into an electric car dealership and I asked them how much do they charge.
100%, bro.
Stupid.
But that's what Pat said. Like, you should literally go into one of those dealerships and just ask them that and see how they respond. He goes, how much do you charge?
I'm not sure they pick up on it, man.
Maybe not the
Is it-
Vietnamese. But
I was going to say, does it translate well into Vietnamese or no?
I
No,
don't think it would. Right?
because charge is a different word. Charge is a
Different
different
word, yeah. I figured it might.
So, yeah, so I don't know. I'll leave the closer for Patty today. So you have some time to look one up. While you do, I'll just bring up our last article from the guys at Wise Pass, who are enjoying life every day, everywhere. So a little bit on mental health. The 5 stages of grief that come with a new medical diagnostic. The type of grief that comes with chronic illness is complex. 1, denial. We'll go through the things. 2, anger. 3, depression. 4, bargaining or negotiation. The stage comes with what ifs. 5, acceptance. We spoke about this the other day too, Maddie, about just how to deal with anxiety, remember? And all these different phases.
Yeah.
So with grief, have you guys had an experience with heavy grief? Or that was anything that really hit you on that side, depression? Or know of anyone?
For me, it's usually been like the end of significant relationships. You know, that's been the big stuff for me.
Do you feel that sense because if something didn't work out and you wasted all this time? You know, some people feel that way.
Yeah. I mean, partly. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something that I can generalize across all of them, but yeah, I don't know. It's just those were kind of like the situations when I've sort of felt like grief for like a longer period of time.
No, I would agree.
Do you also
one of my best friends took his life because of that.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Do you also feel having more experience in life in terms of doing more things, not necessarily meeting more people, but maybe knowing different types of people or meeting a lot of different types of people, maybe traveling a lot more, allows you to deal with grief better because you're sort of more exposed to a lot more experiences?
Yeah, I think so. Of course. I think firstly, you can be distracting yourself while you get over that initial pain that you really just need time to sort of deal with. But also, I think like at a sort of like a longer term level, like obviously having the life experience of being older and more mature and knowing how, like realizing what your emotions are and that it's okay to feel all of these things that we're looking at also makes a huge difference. Being able to rationalize like what's going on, I think also makes a huge difference. But then also like, you know, like going through, for example, like I'm talking about breakups or grief. I mean, grief generally, when you have more experience with it, you become stronger, like emotionally and mentally, and become more able to deal with it the next time it happens. And I mean, I think you also gain the self-awareness that to know that, hey, you know, this might happen again, and it's going to be another shit situation that I'm going to have to deal with. But also understanding at the same time that, like, you know, in my current relationship, this can happen. But then secondly, also that that if it does happen, I'm able to get through it because I've gotten through it before.
Well, AT says when I grow up with Mrs. all 5 stages, bro. This guy. Yeah, I mean, I think the only time, you're right, for me, Maddie, it would have been over a breakup. I think that was probably my worst. And I had a cousin that took his own life as well. When I was 19, he was 18, turning 19 at the time. So at that age, it was very difficult to process, a bit of denial, disbelief, because, you know, I only just saw him literally the week before, and no signs of nothing, and then bam,
Mm.
But where I am today, I still see here and there, the odd few comments, not comments, the odd few posts from people online who go through shit, and I realize that they're struggling with their own demons. So I tend, like, if they're on my friends list, obviously they're on my friends list for me to see it. I jump on and I give some encouraging words as well, because it's like they say, like, you never know what people are going through, and sometimes they just need, hey man, cheer up, you got this, and everything will be all right. So
It's the basic "Are you okay?" goes a
Yeah.
long way.
and to let them know that, look, it's okay to not be okay, and you can reach out, and there's people out there, doesn't matter who it is. We don't want you to, because I certainly wouldn't want anyone I know to go through something like that and not have anyone to reach out with.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, but I do feel that this woman here, which I'm about to show you, needs needs some help. So
Needs a reach around.
needs a little reach around, mate. So, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'll read it to you. Woman who married herself is now divorcing herself after meeting
What?
someone else.
Is that her?
I'm sorry.
A woman-
I'm sorry for laughing.
A woman married herself, and then she
She's
It
now
is her.
divorcing
herself.
herself.
So who did
after
she
meeting-
meet? Herself again?
Zoom in, mate.
Did
I want
she
to
meet
see
herself
her. I
again?
want to see her face. I want to see her face of her like meeting herself, or of her marrying herself.
Ugh. She's a model?
Scroll down. Scroll down. Let's see.
There we go.
I think this must be a publicity stunt, honestly.
How
Model
does-
Chris Galera married herself in a formal ceremony in September of this year, but now she's decided to part ways with a solo marriage after falling in love with someone else.
Just have a
woman-
threesome. And then
Imagine
it's
if she
technically,
punished
it's
herself.
technically, yeah. Imagine that.
For cheating on her.
She has a she cheats on herself and then says to herself, "Why are you cheating on me?"
And slaps herself.
And then you know what her answer is? Babe, it's not you, it's me.
A woman who made headlines earlier this year by marrying herself is now heading for divorce. So she said, "Look, I want a divorce. Fine."
So
Who are
is
you
she gonna
marrying?
lose 50% of her stuff and then give it to herself?
That's so weird. I mean, it's just so weird that there's even a legal binding paper that you can.
That's what I
marry
was gonna
yourself
say.
in the
Like,
first place.
how is this legal? So
It's in Brazil, mate.
you're gonna put
But-
both names?
But like, imagine this. Imagine that. I mean, you think going in there to marry yourself and sign your papers is funny enough, but imagine 6 months later you come back and they're like, "What's wrong with us? We're getting a divorce." Because, what happened? It's not working out. I met
So does
someone.
Does that mean she goes to dates by herself?
Must.
Is this the whole?
Imagine she goes. Imagine
date
she goes to
thing?
dinner, boys. She goes to dinner, right? She walks in by herself. The restaurant manager's like, "Oh yes, can I help you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have a booking for 2. Name is Chris. Okay, cool." So walks him in, sits down, and then the guy goes, "Can I get you a drink? Or can I get your order?" And then she's like, "I'm just waiting for someone right now." and then the guy's like, "What? Oh yeah, I've got a booking for 2." And then she just keeps going on, like she's lost in her mind that it's her.
Oh, gosh.
Well, there's an Instagram.
Oh, you found her Instagram?
Christiana Galera.
Unbelievable.
There you go. AT.
She's had a bit of work done.
Yeah, a bit of work done.
Mate, they're not just bolt-ons. That's a freaking bonnet and a half.
Yeah.
That's a full extension bar.
That's bolt-ons plus fucking side skirts.
Plus side skirts, plus a big wing.
Plus
I've got
plus the hood scoop.
I've got a cosmetic. I saw this cosmetic meme. It goes, "Hi, welcome to Plastic Surgery Anonymous. I see a lot of new faces here today."
You should have used
Oh, that was a good one.
before.
That was a good
You
one.
should have used that.
That's for you, Patty. You got to look one up.
You should have used that, you dumbass.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah, far out, eh? Some of these people, man, it's just weird. I wonder who she invited to the wedding.
Herself.
Herself. She's the guest as well.
Far out.
I wonder who was actually like
This is
doing
all
the ceremony for the wedding.
far out. Crazy, 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 crazy. Grief, a lot of grief there.
Right. So how does she handle breakup?
Don't know. Maybe she's I don't know. She's probably still going through it. I need some space. How many wows, Pat?
That's just a half a wow.
Half a wow. What's
I'm
the
not a
max
fan
wow?
of,
You can get 5, is it?
Yeah, 5 wows.
I was going to say, what's the scale?
I'm not a fan of bolt-ons.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I'm all
not a fan
about
of
the OEM. I'm all about the OEM look.
Oh, I'm all about the OEM look for vehicles, but not so much for bolt-ons, mate.
I'm not a big bolt-on fan.
Love a good set of bolt-ons.
It's got to be a good set, though. That's the
It
thing.
has to be a good set.
Like, it can't be just, it's not like a bull bar or anything. It has to be proper. It has to be proper.
Oh my god.
Has to be proper.
Has to be proper.
So you got one, Patty? You got something to go on?
Yeah, I
mate?
guess. I'll close this off. I'll close this off.
Thanks for joining us, Hour of Power, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at the regular time.
So, guys, why did the chicken? What do you call a chicken crossing the road?
What?
Poultry in motion.
I heard you said you feel lonely.